Hello everybody, welcome back to the breakdown. Recently the Lenovo Smart Clock Gen 2 came out. Now you probably saw my review that I just posted over the weekend of this product. If you're looking for a review just of this, I'll put a link to it down in the show notes down below and the first pinned comment where you can find it there. But today we're going to be taking a look at how this compares to the Amazon Echo 5. This is the Echo Show 5, roughly similar in size, does a lot of the same things. How do they compare? They look kind of similar to a point. They both have kind of a screen on it. They both have this fabric covered back on it and have built-in Alexa. So how do they compare? Which one's worth it? Is the much cheaper Lenovo worth it, or should you pay the extra and get the Show 5, which is really not that much more expensive? We're going to be diving into it, breaking it all down. Now, a few things. Number one is I'm going to be talking about the end user experience. Now, I've been reviewing technology for over 8 years. What I've discovered is specs really don't mean anything. Oh, this has this processor, this has this RAM, da-da-da. What I've discovered is a lot of it really comes down to when you come home and you plug it in, does it do what it says it's going to do? I've discovered over years that a slightly faster processor, a little bit more RAM, doesn't always have a noticeable change in performance compared to other or older models or other devices. And that's often because of the software. Software not optimized to take advantage of it. Those specs don't really mean a lot. So we're going to be reviewing this from the perspective of, hey, I took this home, I unboxed it, I plugged it in. How does it work for me, the end user? For an average person, how will it work? We're going to be taking a look at all that. If you want to find a lot of the specs when it comes to speed, processors, and all that kind of stuff, check out the show notes. I'll put a link to it on Amazon for both products. You can find them there. I'll also put it in the first pinned comment so you can check it out on Amazon. Also, if you could help us, we would really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button or hit that thumbs up, because it really does let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, and hopefully we can help you learn something new about the world around you. All right, with that said, let's dive into it. Starting off with a size comparison here. Now, as you can see in the video, they are very similar in size. Now, the Echo Show 5 is slightly bigger screen. And it comes in different colors. Now, the Lenovo comes in kind of a blue and calls it red. A little bit more burnt orange to me, but I think that's maybe me, or after living in Texas. But they have different colors and different form factors. Now, the Show 5 has a full built-in screen, which can do images and everything. The Lenovo Smart Clock is more like a traditional LED type display here, which can light up pre-made lines in the screen to make different numbers and images and more. Both tell the time, both tell you what day of the week it is, both will tell you the temp, or are supposed to, and what kind of weather is outside through a little icon that says, is it sunny, is it raining, is it snowing, etc. Now, my Lenovo Smart Clock for some reason is not displaying the temp, and I can't figure out why. It does have an address put into the profile in the settings. It does tell you the proper temp and weather and location when you ask it through the built-in Alexa. So I'm not sure about that glitch. I'm sure an update's going to roll out, because when I turn it on and off, I see it boot that part of the screen and data appears there. It's just not the data that shows the current temp. Now, let's talk about a lot of the other features here. These are both smart speakers, both with Alexa. Now, the first gen Lenovo Smart Clocks had Google Home. The second gen used Alexa with it. So overall, I was very pleased with the performance. The microphone to pick up your commands when you say Alexa, or whatever wake word you set it to, will easily pick it up when I tested it throughout the room, when I was testing out different sides. Am I behind it? Am I in my bed, looking away from it? How does it perform and get my voice? Both equally performed excellent with it, no problems. The sound quality. Now, I'm no audiophile. I know a lot of people who lossless audio and all that kind of stuff is important to you. Honestly, I've just never been that kind of person, but to my layman's ears, the quality of the sound is very good in both devices. Good low, mid, and high range for a device that's this size. You don't have a big, massive set of speakers and a subwoofer and all that built into it, but both have good quality speakers here for listening to the radio, listening to a podcast, having some music play. It's good quality, especially for the price point you're paying for it. Now, a few things are different here. The built-in Alexa on the Lenovo doesn't have a lot of visual commands that go with the response. You get a little face icon that lets it know you're listening. But for example, asking the weather for the Echo Show 5 gets you a visual display of the current weather and often a 3 or 5 day forecast with that. The Lenovo, it's pure audio. The display here is really limited to the time, the day of the week, and what the weather is, plus a decibel speaker on it, which allows you to know how loud the audio is around you. Past that, the Show 5 kind of wins in this, where it will give you some additional information through videos. It will also play some videos for you. Limited ability, there's not a whole lot of apps on it, but it will play some videos with it, so you can watch videos, whether it be a short news story that's coming from a video, or you're asking it to play a video from one of its library of videos out there. Overall, I think this really comes down to you. Now, my Show 5 sitting on my nightstand, I never use for videos. It's all about what's the weather, when I'm getting ready in the morning. It's all about what time is it and more. I kind of like the Lenovo's bigger clock. I like the ability to have a very nice temp display there that's a lot more readable across the room. The Show 5 has a rather small clock in comparison to size, where if you're way on the other side of the room or you're just walking in the room and glancing at it, when you're looking especially for the temp, underneath the time, I notice it's kind of small. And yes, I have had my eyes checked and they are fine 20/20, but I do like how the Lenovo is a much more easy at a glance read. But past that, there's not a lot to compare them with. I do wish that the Lenovo also had the day of the week. I kind of like that on my Show 5 to glance at and see, hey, it's January 1st, 2022, for example, displayed, where the Lenovo will say it's Saturday, but it won't tell you what month and it won't tell you what day of the month it is. Does that matter to you? That's really a personal opinion thing. Overall, I think both of these devices are very good. If you're just looking for an audio device, I don't think you're going to lack on either side. If you want more visual, if you want to be able to glance and see the 5-day forecast on it, ask it to play a video or something along those lines, the Echo Show 5 is better on that. Now, a few things overall. The appearance is going to be a personal opinion. While the Lenovo is slightly bigger, it's a slightly smaller footprint on your nightstand, but not dramatically so. It's not a huge difference in size between the two devices. Audio quality is very similar. The time is both displayed in both. The weather is supposed to be displayed on both, though the Lenovo clock I have doesn't want to do it. No matter how many times I'll reboot it or what I do, I can't get the temp to show on it. I'm sure a software update, which is this one's already received one software update, will probably fix that problem. Overall though, they both work great. Anything you can ask both clocks with an Alexa will work. These are both full-fledged Alexa devices. You manage them through the Alexa app on your smartphone, tablet, etc. So it really just comes down to form factor at this point. Do you care at all about video? Do you like the bigger form factor, or the bigger clock I should say, the Lenovo? Do you like the scrolling images, the ability to have photos loaded up on it of the Echo Show? Past that, it's a 100% personal opinion. Now I will say, for the slightly cheaper price, if I'm looking for audio, the Lenovo is probably the way I'll go. I just do wish it had the ability to show the day and the month, because I do like to look at that. Can't tell you how many times I've been thinking about paying a bill and just glance at my Echo and be like, hey, what's the date of the week? Of course, I got my smartphone. I can do that too. So it's a really personal opinion. Now, I really wish I could talk about any performance difference. Both devices reacted the same. Both devices played the music back, played my news brief back, answered questions in a similar time frame where I could not notice any discernible fastness where one device outperformed the other in those basic everyday functions. So keep that in mind. Is video worth the extra cost? Does the look and appeal of it fit into the aesthetic of your room? Because they both have a different look. The one thing the Echo Show does have is a camera. Now you can block that. A lot of people use those to make video calls between Echoes. A lot of people never use that. I own a bunch of Echoes. I have family who own Echoes. I have never used them for a video call. Have you? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Well, there you go. So who won? This is going to be one of those tough things because I can't say the Lenovo's faster. I can't say that. It's not. The Show is not faster. As far as audio, they both deliver the same quality audio in my experience. And they both have a lot of the same features. The Show has a built-in camera and a screen that can display video. Do you care about that? If so, then yes, the extra amount of money is worth it. If not, if you just want the temp and the time and then to play some music and play an alarm in the morning, then the Lenovo is just fine. So that's the tough thing here. There's no clear discernible winner of these two products. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Because for me, I kind of like the Lenovo form factor better. I do wish the tip would work on it. Once they fix that, this will probably be my new go-to on my nightstand next to my bed, because I like the bigger clock. Past that, I can't really make a decision between the two. So there you go. There's my breakdown of an end user experience. Do you have a comment? Do you have an idea? Who would you pick? Which device would you buy if you had to pick one? Leave me a comment and let me know. If you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here as we try to help you decide which products are right for you. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. We'll be back with another video real soon.